with real estate prices at an all-time high and no signs of slowing down. What does that mean for you and I? What does that mean for real estate investors and more specifically, real estate wholesalers? What are the risks and challenges that face us? What are the pitfalls that we need to avoid in this new year? On top of all of that, what are the opportunities that we have in front of us to add to our net worth, to add to our cash flow, and to make an absolute fortune in this new year? If you are serious about your real estate investing business, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on a single video that could put $1 million in your pocket. Hey everyone, my name is Zack Boothe, and it is an honor to be here and to share with you some things to help you accomplish financial freedom. I 100% expect this year to be the best year ever. I expect to double my income this year to make twice as much profit than I ever have in my entire life. I want to know from you in the comments below, do you expect this year to be your most profitable year ever? Comment below yes or no. I know one of the top questions that are at the top of your mind are housing prices going to continue to climb? And if they drop, what does that mean for us? We have challenges, yet we have opportunities in front of us. I want to make sure you are on the side of the fence of the winning team. I want to make sure that this year is your most profitable year ever. So make sure you stick with me to make this year a winner. I was on a podcast the other day and I got asked a question that I thought that I should address here. With housing prices going up, how are you consistently finding massively discounted deals? She asked, everyone knows that their house prices are going up. How are you convincing people to sell their house at 40, 50 cents on the dollar? She said, I understand for me to be successful in real estate, I need to be able to buy low and sell high, find discounted opportunities and profit on those opportunities. But it's a seller's market. There's more buyers than sellers. And so why would anyone sell to you at a discount? And if they will, why will they? What needs to happen is you need to find motivated sellers that are willing to trade convenience over price. Regardless of the market being hot or the market being cold, there will always be people that want convenience over price. They want a pawn shop for their house. When I first heard this concept, I thought it sounds like someone is being taken advantage of. You, like myself, when I first heard about this, thought only uneducated, poor, down on their luck people would do this and you're taking advantage of them. I had an experience that changed my perspective, and I have a new perspective on this concept. So let me share that perspective. I found that when someone is defaulting on their mortgage, they really are desperate and they really want to sell their house. I am not their best fit because not only do they want to squeeze every penny out and they're really trying to figure out their house prices and they really want as much as possible, I'm not a fit for them in that first place. Could a dishonest person come in and take advantage of the situation and lie about the value of the house? Yes, they could. But there's one more obstacle and difficulty even for a shady person to take advantage of that person. And the situation is this. If they're defaulting on their mortgage, a lot of the times there's liens and judgments. Many times they're upside down on their mortgage, meaning they owe more than it's worth, especially if they have other liens and judgments, meaning they didn't pay medical bills or other things, and those people have come after them to collect and put those liens on their house so they can't sell the house until those judgments have been paid off or it comes out of the sale of the house. So even if these people wanted to sell the house at a massive discount, they can't because they don't really have any value in the house above what's owed on it. My best clients and my favorite clients and the majority of the people that we work with are actually pretty wealthy people that understand that they're trading convenience for price. They understand they could get more, but for whatever the reason might be, it is not worth their time and their hassle, right? It's like saying, I know that I might make my own food and save some money, but the convenience of going to the restaurant and having a delicious meal prepared for me, it's time convenient, it's easy, and it's what I prefer over, being more frugal with my money and cooking for myself. You might say, well, food is a little different, Zach, than walking away from tens of thousands, if not $100,000 in equity in my house. I've argued this point many, many times, and I finally came to the conclusion that I had to show it. I had to show it real time. I created a YouTube video where I went door to door in an affluent, wealthy neighborhood, and I had a mobile pawn shop. So I would knock on the door and I would say, hi, I'm Zach. I have a mobile pawn shop. Do you have anything in your garage that's taking up space that you would like to get rid of for the convenience factor? And not necessarily because you can get the most for it. And I did this for about 1 hour. I bought $1,000 worth of stuff for 50 cents on the dollar. Here's the link to that video. You can catch it. It's a multiple part series of me starting this business and making $500 really fast. Not only did I show you in real time how to do this as a mobile pawn shop for stuff, I also did it real time, negotiating deeply discounted deals with wealthy people doing real estate wholesaling. So you can click on this video right here, which is day 1 of a 40-day challenge, where I went out and found properties at massive discounts, passed the opportunities off. I made $93,000 in 40 days, starting with $1,000. You can catch that content as well to see how real it actually is. So now that you understand that wealthy, affluent, intelligent people trade convenience for price all the time and walk away from tens of thousands of dollars because of some convenience, now you just have to ask yourself, how do I find those opportunities, especially with housing prices at an all-time high? I use a strategy called driving for dollars. This strategy alone puts over $1 million a year in my pocket. I have some great videos on doing driving for dollars, but I also created this awesome free resource for you. It's right here. You can click on it and get free access. It'll also be in the show notes. So what this free resource is what I call the 7 reasons why driving for dollars is the fastest way to make an absolute fortune in real estate investing, right? All you need is a smartphone and a car, and you can start finding properties at 50 cents on the dollar right near you. Go ahead and click on this link and get full access. The things that I have shared with you are some limiting beliefs and some things that kept me from taking action. I was afraid of making a lot of money. I was afraid of being a bad person and taking advantage of others and doing things that would make me not like myself or not have self-respect. And I learned that I could help and serve people and still make a ton of money. And with that money, I could do great things, and I could create content like this and help other people have financial freedom so they can have better lives for themselves and for their family. That's why I create this content. I create it for you. The only thing that I ask from you is you hit that like button right now. Please. So let's talk about something that is guaranteed to happen. The housing market will eventually cool off. Housing prices will drop in comparison to where they currently are. Why? Why will we have a drop? It is a law of supply and demand. Eventually, it'll get to the point where something will happen in our economy and less people will be able to buy houses. Maybe interest rates will go up. Maybe something will happen. It's very hard to predict what that thing is. But over time, history has shown that over an extended period of time, roughly 8 years apart, we have a cool off in our economy in this country, meaning that we would have a dip of anywhere between 4 or 5% to 20%. So housing prices tomorrow could drop as much as 20 to maybe more. Maybe we have an all-time new drop in the value of houses. Then what do? I believe that real estate wholesaling may not be as effective, because what is real estate wholesaling? Real estate wholesaling is where you find deeply discounted properties, you put them under contract, and you sell them to a buy and hold or to a flipper at a finder's fee. But if housing prices drop, there's going to be a ton of people that are upside down in their house, meaning they owe more than it's worth. And because the economy drops, many companies will lay off their employees. Many of these employees will no longer be able to afford their mortgages. If they can't afford their mortgages, they need to sell their house because they can't afford the debt, right? Then there's going to be more houses, there's going to be less buyers, there's going to be more people struggling. And so there's going to be more and more opportunities available on the general marketplace. There's going to be discounted opportunities more available. There's going to be less demand for marketing companies or for wholesalers to find deals for others. It doesn't mean that it'll completely go away, but it will not be as common, and the average deal size will definitely drop. This creates new struggles, and it also creates new opportunities. One of the other struggles is the buyers, the investors that were flipping houses, that were fighting and competing over your deals. Many of them will be over leveraged. They will be buying properties to flip with hopes that it stayed the same value or went up. And they bought too high, and when values drop, they're losing money, right? You're gonna have more skeptical investors and lenders. It's gonna be harder to get money to buy the opportunities. The opportunity that comes is everything will be on sale. Everything now just dropped 20%. Everything's on sale. Everything will eventually rebound. And on top of that, beyond what's available on the MLS, with a little bit of marketing, you will find even more discounted opportunity. Things at 20 to 30 cents on the dollar from what they were 12 months before. There's more opportunities to buy properties that make sense for rental properties because the rent values won't drop that much in comparison to the purchase prices. So if you're able to get the money and the financing in place to gobble up these houses, over time, you're gonna make an absolute fortune. So as houses prices rise and houses prices drop, you will have new opportunities and you will have new challenges. And it is your job and my job and our job, if we wanna have financial freedom, to understand how to navigate and work through and overcome those obstacles and take advantage of the opportunities depending on what the current market is, and be careful and strategic on the risks that we take so when the market shifts, we are not out of business. Many people say, I'm going to wait for the market to drop. I'm going to wait for housing prices to drop before I jump into real estate investing because I'm going to wait till properties are at a discount. The problem with that way of thinking is that if house prices drop, there's no other obstacles that's going to keep me from getting started. There will always be obstacles, there will always be difficulties. The success that comes in this world, it's required that you give grit, determination, and add value. I promise if you do not start now when things are good, you will not start when times are bad. If you really want to get started real estate investing, you need to get started today, and even better than today, yesterday. In summary, when house prices are at an all-time high and when there's a massive demand for real estate, the hard part is finding deeply discounted deals. But the opportunity is, if you find those deeply discounted deals, big paydays are in front of you. A lot of money is available. It's very easy to find buyers. It's very easy to get lending. It is an easy time to do business if you can find deeply discounted deals, and I can teach you exactly how to do that. When house prices drop, the demand for houses drop. There's more sellers than buyers. The difficulty at this point is finding money, having lenders and people to give you money to buy these houses. Or you run out of money yourself, your business is struggling, cash flow is difficult. So having the resources to buy properties is difficult. The easy part completely shifts. Finding the deals is the easy part. It's cheaper per deal than it was before. So regardless of the market, there's going to be opportunities and there's going to be difficulties. And the summary of all this is, if you're watching this video, is you thought I would tell you when to get started. And I want you to understand the time to get started was yesterday. So please do not delay and go get started on your journey. Start taking action. Pick up the phone and start calling sellers. Pick up the phone and start calling lenders. Start figuring out what it's going to take for you to become successful, like riding a bike. If you've never crashed a bike, you don't know how to ride it. So go out there, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and get started. My journey in getting started was not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned a lot of things on my own, but I really caught momentum when I hired my mentor. He changed my life. I now make over $1 million a year in this industry, and I'm so very grateful for it. Right? My coach's name was Tom Kroll and Cody Hoffine. I'm so grateful for them. And I've been able to have the privilege and honor of helping other people get started in this business and helping them get started in their real estate journey. If you have any interest to get started, you'd like to talk to me about my coaching program, we'd be happy to jump on the phone and talk to you about what comes included. We'll talk about what's in the program, the step-by-step course, these step-by-step action steps, what you should expect to achieve and accomplish in a few short months, as well as direct access to me. You will have my cell phone. You will have me helping and navigating the difficult trenches as you go through and do your first deal. So please, if you want help from a coach, if you want help directly from me, go to dfdmastery.com/start now. It's also in the show notes. Book a call and we'll jump on the phone and help you. Like I said, I have 2 videos that you can check out that explains why people and how to find people that'll sell their house or things at a massive discount. So if you have very little money, have nothing, you could start the mobile pawn shop business. There's that video here. There's also the second video, which is my 40-day challenge. You can check it out here. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I've produced for you. If there's anything else you want me to help you with or teach you for absolutely free, I will share it here. Leave it in the comments. You can also check out my podcast. Go to Driving for Dollars Mastery, wherever you catch your podcast. Thanks. See you in the next one.